Good afternoon, wonderful and excellent future special education teachers. This is Dr. George Kingsley Hewen Jr. with your Week 3's lecture. I promise to be very short, as I know that you guys are working very hard and diligently in your groups and preparing for your case study papers. And do remember that there's two components of this activity, as you'll be working with your group members doing the first component, and then each individual will submit an individual case paper. So if you have any questions about the assignment, please let me know in advance. I forgot, but I hope that everyone had a great weekend. Welcome back. You guys had a very long weekend because we had a 3-day weekend. So welcome back, and I look forward to hitting the ground learning and working with you. So with that being said, we will discuss one of the most contentious issues growing out of the area of special education over the last 10 years, and that's inclusion. So if you think about it, the topic of inclusion has long been an issue with exceptional learners, including those with special gifts or talents. Historically, educators built education programs for students with disabilities on the assumptions that a variety of services delivery options are needed and available in the least restrictive environment. The inclusion of exceptional learners in ordinary classrooms with their non-exceptional peers has become the single most important issue for some advocates. The issue of inclusion became controversial among parents and others in the late 20th century, and it continues to be a topic of heated opinions and discussions today. So if you think about it, what's the best growing environment for a child with special needs? Think about it. Listen, if you can answer this question with a definite and empirical response, then you're well on your way to join the growing debate about inclusion. The controversy gets even more heated when you include the high standards expected of all students. While the direction of discussions will take in anyone's guess, you'll see that many states and school districts and individual schools have proceeded in one direction or another when it comes to inclusion. You'll find a collapse in self-contained and other restrictive type programs for students with disabilities in many of your school districts. The local growing trend is that inclusion is here to stay, right? That's what they say here in Fairfax. We're going full inclusion. I can't overemphasize the importance of intensive instructions and meeting the needs of exceptional learners. This is definitely important. In my opinion, exceptional children should be placed where such instructions is most likely to be provided. So what does the IDA say about inclusion? Well, nothing. Inclusion is a philosophy or belief that all individuals should participate in the same environment. We've learned over the past 2 weeks that IDA requires school districts to service students with disabilities in the least restrictive environment. In implementing LRE, school districts must educate students with disabilities in typical classrooms to the maximum extent appropriate. Therefore, it is federally recognized that a student may not be able to satisfactorily attend general education classes. I'll leave you with the question, what's your philosophy on inclusion, and how can the least restrictive environment requirement play a role in your philosophy? Ponder this carefully. That's all for this week. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.